nearly every woman receives certain type of abuse in their lives at one point or another, knowingly or in ignorance. Belief system behind control and manipulation. Interestingly, a few weeks ago, while discussing about a dominator's control, one man raised a point. In our Asian society, nearly 80% of men have more or less same kind of traits like a dominator, manipulator, or a narcissist. And I replied, yes, because 80% of these men have been raised with same belief system. Let's start with, what is a belief system and where it is coming from? For example, if 10 people from different cultures are doing a same case study, they can have 10 different opinions about a same situation, as opinions are driven by our interpretations. Interpretation is any individual's ability to understand particular situation according to their own vision. And this vision depends on our early childhood experiences. In other words, our belief system based on our early childhood experiences. Every person looked at situation with their own spectacles of beliefs. Many years ago, when I was doing my MBA, we were sitting in a group. Our teacher was French. She came early that day with her fruit salad. Her lecture was after lunch break. At lunch break we opened up our packed lunches. One Ukrainian girl had whole cooked fish with eyes, head and tail. My best friend was from Bangladesh. That sight was kind of disturbing for my French teacher. She told us her mother always cooked fish without head and tail. They don't like fish served with head on. Ukrainian friend was not very comfortable with that comment. She explained they like it served this way. My Bangladeshi friend hardly bothered, as she loves fish because it is a fish. Who cares for head and tail? I'm not a fish lover, but I had no problem either. We usually cook fish without heads, but in northern areas of my country, Pakistan, back home, I had eaten trout served with eyes, head and tail. It's not just about a fish or a food, it's about how you have seen and experienced things in your childhood. Today's world is fast, more interactive, everything is easily approachable, whether it is a food choice, or a piece of information. When people from various cultures interact with each other, people tends to adapt variety of trends from each other. In this era we can easily identify, many of our old beliefs which we have adapted because of our childhood experiences are not applicable, practical or proven successfully fit, into today's world. Why we need to have a control. The drive of control came from inner satisfaction, some kind of insecurity, or jealousy. Situation is under control means it is as we want it to be, as we desire. Up to a certain level, yes, it satisfies us. If it is in healthy boundaries, it is good and acceptable, but anything that starts crossing healthy boundaries, and enters into unhealthy area, should not be appreciated. It is a mindset that says it's normal because everyone does that, does not mean it is a right act to do. I.e., coercive control and manipulation. What does this term unhealthy mean? When such control is not good, harmful, damaging, toxic or destructive for other person's well-being, either it is physical or mental or emotional. Mostly women are victims of coercive control. Why? And what is coercive control exactly? Women are considered as weaker genders, not just physically but also mentally weaker, and our belief system tells us it is a right thing to control them. Men have to be dominants, as this is what we know since ages. Let's go back to the cave age or stone age. Cave paintings are proofs of male dominance, where a man is standing with javelin with dead lion, and women are carrying babies or cooking on fire, or laying naked in service to men. This gender discrimination starts even before the birth of a child. Is it a boy or a girl? Still today many of us pray for a boy, which is considered obvious, as boy is considered responsible for running a family's name. Since birth, boy is superior just because he is a boy. But these days all of these well-literate boys are men. And they are raising their daughters as next generation's stronger women. I want to ask a question from all of these dominant husbands. Would you believe your strong daughters can tolerate or they deserve men like you? No. A well-educated, Strong-willed women cannot accept coercive control. A strong woman needs a friend and a partner in her husband, not a ruler or a controller. Love is not a name of a possession or obsession. In my viewpoint today, we need to teach our daughters self-defense or martial arts, so they can protect themselves. And I'm certainly going to teach my son how to cook and clean along with other male sports and activities, because I want to raise a mature companion for a stronger woman. In our Asian culture, if man is taking good care of his spouse, he is considered as woman's servant, which is kind of abuse for a male ego. Mostly women accept to give their partners one level above themselves. This is how we raise our girls. For example, if elder brother is just sitting and watching a TV show, they can't move themselves to get up and pick up a glass of water. They call sisters to do a job for them. What if a sister asks the same? It is considered perfectly normal in a male-dominant society, but where it goes wrong? When this advantage-taking attitude became forceful for other person, when we deny to respect other person's personal space, boundaries and values, without other person's consent, we start imposing ourselves, our desires, our thoughts on others, for our own interests, or playing mind games, planting and plotting thoughts. It became coercive control. When we allow other person to breathe from the window as much as we have opened up for them. What are the beliefs behind such unreasonable/unhealthy control, and who has given men this right? 1. Women are weaker entities, they have no common sense, they don't understand world, anything, they should be controlled. 2. Women are made for men's pleasure. They are a piece of meat. 3. Women's job is to look after kids, even mother her own spouse. 4. Doing all households, cooking, cleaning, washing is women's job, as men work outside the house all day long and they are superior for such petty tasks. 5. Women have no right to leave the relationship, or they don't need any personal space. 7. Keeping financial control even on woman's earning. Or totally reverse type of actions. 1. If man is allowing their wives to go out for work means they have no self-respect. It's a big shame if woman is working outside the house with other men. 2. Use of religion by choice, to keep a control. 3. Giving so-called financial freedom, but setting tough saving targets, that she left with nothing to spend on herself after expenditures. 4. Giving so-called freedom, but engaging her in all of the stuff of his own preference, that she hardly left any time for things of her own choice. In the end, claiming this woman is impossible to please. After doing all this, she is not satisfied or happy. I've now tried everything. It's because they are not doing all of these things to make her happy, they are trying to prove her wrong, and they are Mr. Right. Aim is to let her down. This is why it is always a no-win situation with a manipulator, as they play reverse strategies. They can't maintain a sensible balance or a way to fix a problem by a right attitude. Their manipulative beliefs don't allow them to develop or maintain healthy relationship with their spouse. Moreover, our society encourages men to have a control on their wives. I've seen many women as woman's worst enemy. Because in a controlled freaks culture, a victim woman, herself plays a role of a dominator for controlling a weaker woman, again a big shame. As a woman they should support a woman in need. And why women are jealous of each other, or they are rivals. Because of men, again, comparing their spouse with other women or ex-partners. Men have variety of choices, they can have more than one spouse or sex partners, and it is pretty much common. Or they fail to place their relationships, mother, wife, daughter, sister, in a right order or placement. Media plays a big role in reflecting direct or indirect male dominance. There is no single religion that allows men to cross a healthy boundary, No religion allows violence or abuse. There is a need to understand women are equally respectable as a human beings, not just because they are mothers, sisters, wives or daughters, but as a free-willed human being. Excess, colleagues and peer women stand nowhere, commenting on them and thinking little about them, giving them no respect is just fine as they are mixing up with men themselves. After all, it is a male-dominant society. As a human being, all women deserve equal respect, gender came later. Join me in this journey, there is a lot more to discover. Love, peace, light and harmony and lots of good energy. Take it, grab it, enjoy it and spread it. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos and put the notification on so you never miss a video when I post. Remember to share. I'll see you all next time.